Why do properties go to auction? There are two reasons. Number one, the owner wants a quick sale. And this is the obvious one. Property purchases can drag on. Anyone who wants a quick sale would prefer a defined time frame. Number two, and this one is less obvious to people and I feel like less known, that the property is difficult to value. And this is the interesting one. This is what usually needs explaining to people, hence this video. So, when a property is sold via the traditional method, we are basically picking an asking price and hoping that it is somewhere near the true market value. We estimate the true market value with a valuation range. So the true market value, i.e. the highest that anyone is willing to pay for this property today, is somewhere here, most likely. And we're going to pick an asking price and then take it from there. When a property is easy to value, i.e. the valuation range is small, it's easy to pick an asking price and easy to adjust it if need be. So for example, let's say that the true market value is here. That is the highest that anyone is willing to pay today for that property. And we set the asking price here. Then some negotiation can possibly take place, or the asking price can be dropped slightly, and then we've got a deal. No problem. Now, what happens when a property is difficult to value? This means that the range is bigger. Now, this can be the case for anything that's a bit unique. You know, you've got your villas, your penthouses, even properties that just don't have that much comparable evidence. So, you know, a 3-bed in a particular building, and the last time a 3-bed was sold was 5 years ago, that's a difficult to value property. So the true value could be anywhere in this range. It makes this process much more difficult. If the true value is down here, and we set the asking price here, negotiation is probably impossible. The asking price is going to have to come down multiple times until that buyer is found. And in the meantime, that buyer might have gone. He might have bought something else. He might have bought Bitcoin, who knows? And vice versa. If we set the asking price down here, and the true value is up here, we've lost out on a whole lot of cash. So that is something we want to avoid. So when a property is difficult to value, what makes more sense? Well, if we go to the seller and we say, what is the absolute minimum that you're willing to accept? And they tell us, we call this the reserve price. We don't make it public, but that's the reserve. We then advertise the property at the guide price, and the bidding starts there. So the auction starts, the bids come in, let's say the auction draws to a close, and now we've got our sale price. Instead of the back and forth, changing asking prices, months of delays and negotiations, this is the rational choice for a property that is difficult to value. And that's why difficult to value collectibles, for example, classic cars, artwork, tend to go to auction because it's difficult to pick an asking price. So next time you are buying or selling a difficult to value property, you should probably consider an auction.